Sorry, not all their players. Take that part out. That sounded terrible.
Oh God, do that again because I think my feet were in there. We are not showing my feet to the wind.
Do you like women's sports? Sports across the gender spectrum? How about you're sick of men's sports? Well, that's what we're here to talk about.
On this show, we work to level the sports coverage across the gender spectrum.
Welcome to Balanced Sports.
I'm Hunter.
I'm Jewelz.
Let's get into it.
You like sports? Welcome back to Balanced Sports. I'm Jewelz.
I'm Hunter, and this is the Southern Charm episode.
We'll be super twangy this episode. Let's start with around the league.
Well, the scores aren't finalized for this week because I'm not tallying them up yet, but you are technically a game ahead of me in the overall standings now because multiple games. You had New York City over Las Vegas. That's the only one I think I have differently from you this week, but I'm starting off with that one. I did have to. I did, in fact. I had the Los Angeles Sparks beating the Mystics. You correctly chose the Mystics. I also thought that Minnesota was practically going to win every game this week. They got
defeated.
Dallas beat Minnesota, and then Phoenix beat Washington. I had those games incorrectly chosen. You pulled ahead. That was our pick'em update. Really quickly while we're doing that, the Las Vegas game where I feel like I just want to mention they are terrifying. And we've both been like, man, they were on a slump. Maybe they just need that break. They come right out of the All-Star break up 8-0. And then I'm pretty sure after one quarter, they were winning by 20.
Yes. I think it was a new WNBA record for biggest lead, essentially. I think they were winning by like 70 points or something like that. It was wild. I'm never not picking Vegas. Let me just say that right now. I think they will lose maybe like 1 or 2 games left in the season. You won't hear me saying that though. I'm always riding with them. They made a fool out of me. The one game I picked that they would drop, it was like... So I will say New York came back and they tied the third quarter. Like it wasn't as bad as the first.
They didn't lose every quarter.
Exactly.
And the game within the game of it all.
Exactly.
They didn't get beat by 70, only 30 when the final buzzer rang. I believe it was 34. Yeah, they made it respectable. Thank you, New York Liberty, for being so competitive.
Way to really spin that. Appreciate it. The only team that can beat them is Storm.
Rank the top 4 teams in the league in order of honest to God who you think is going to win the chip down. Rank them right now. Top 4 teams.
Top 4. In not being biased, Aces, Chicago, Storm, Sun. You?
Chicago, Aces, us, Connecticut.
Okay.
Sun.
All right. That was fun.
Thought it'd be fun to see who our top 4 was.
Yeah.
Today is the trade deadline. We're hearing rumors of things that might be happening. I would just love to mention that they waived Bria Hartley today. They signed Renaya Davis. I have been hearing a lot of people on Twitter saying that if you're a team that's in contention and you maybe just want to add a little bit more depth, Bria Hartley is somebody that some teams could be looking at to bring in. That's tricky to me because she's coming off a knee injury. And also, at this point in the season, I would have to imagine you're going to kick off a girl that's been there the whole year, and that just feels tough. I don't know.
That's the business, though. You can't.
That is the business.
Yeah.
I just don't know how much more Bria Hartley can. I guess it would depend on the player you're trading her for, but I feel like she's just rehabbing this knee injury, and I don't know if Indiana wasn't playing her a ton or what was happening up there, but who knows? Somebody's surely going to pick her up.
What's going to happen with Skylar Diggins-Smith, in your opinion?
She's staying in Phoenix this year.
I totally agree.
She has another year on her contract. I think she's too big of a superstar to trade.
Yeah. And to not get value back.
Exactly. And I think it's really hard right now to, mid-season to try to make some of that trade happen.
Yeah.
Would be really interesting if it did, though.
It would. But it's also we're recording on Friday. Thursday night, the Phoenix Mercury beat the Mystics in a very exciting game. And Skylar Diggins-Smith was a big part of that. And so, it's just it feels so icky. And I guess maybe that's just part of the business as well of trade rumors out there. Maybe something will happen, but I can't imagine that feels good as a player, giving your all to this organization and knowing that they're shopping you around. I think it takes a level, just like a different level of professionalism that most of us don't have. That's basically like, oh, you're trying to get rid of me. Let me still ball out for you.
I totally see it as like she is talking with the front office and she's like, let's just see what's out there. I think she's involved with her trade. I think there's certain players that teams will do it and say, hey, Jewelz, we're so sorry for your contributions were great, but we're trading you. I think there's players that are superstars then of teams where you're like, Skylar, clear, this ain't working out. So we're going to try to move you and we'll let you know because I think that happens.
We have a lot of respect for you. And So let's get into our poll. Hunter made an incredible poll. And we're going to check back in with that. Which question do you want to go with?
Okay, so this was talking about the playoff picture. I'm going to be doing a story this weekend for Winsider, and the games are still really close. When I first released this, there was only 1.5 games separating 6 through 11. I think now between 6 and 11, there's 2.5 games because Minnesota freaking lost. Anyhow, shock. I asked people to respond the 3 out of those 6 teams you think would make the playoffs, and then tell me the first selection that you chose. So the team you have the most confidence in, essentially.
Totally.
And 18 out of 22 people that have responded to this poll think that Minnesota is the team most likely to make the playoffs. 81% of the pollsters.
I feel like you said this to yourself, Mr.
I'm 21 of the people.
You are the driver of the bandwagon for Minnesota.
Wow, our fans love this show. It's clear you've been watching. These are their responses. This is not my words. It could be. Minnesota is impeccably coached and knows what it takes to get there. They are getting more healthy and have the closest margin of defeat of all teams. I would take that back. That one is mine. I had to do it to make sure the poll worked. I was like, what? That's a really great stat. And I was like, oh, it was mine. I looked at the margin of defeat. Wow, our fans are smart, honey.
Come on, stat queen.
Wow, you people are really invested in the W out there. Congratulations. Let's see what else I wrote. I mean, you guys put on here. Atlanta Dream. Their defense has been a consistent source of success for them this season and starting to get at full strength with their roster. Somebody else wrote, Lynx. Cheryl Reeves always finds a way. Also, Syl is great, and Fee will probably come back. Ryan Howard has been doing great, and I don't see the Dream losing that many games. Somebody thinks Atlanta. Somebody put Dallas. They just have too much talent. And my question to you is, where?
Satu Sabali.
Is injured.
But not like for good.
But I think injured enough that she's not having the season.
Sure. But
it's affecting
even
her.
What she is giving is going to help get them into that playoff spot. Like, that was the question, right? Of these 6 through 11 teams, who's first in your mind going to get there? Orike. That's like Tierra McCowan. They have talent and a lot of it. I agree with that quote.
You think Dallas is the most talented team
of the
out of these 6?
Read them off to me again.
Atlanta Dream. Are they more talented or less talented than Dallas? This is our new game, More or Less. Today, we're featuring teams that are more or less talented than the Dallas Wings. Atlanta Dream, more or less talented?
Less.
Los Angeles Sparks?
Less.
They've got Nneka Ogwumike on that team.
And no one else.
Liz Cambage, Brittany Sykes, Jordan Canada, Christy Tolliver.
Didn't she just get back? She's not, like, in it yet. No, I stand by that. I full-throatedly think that Dallas is more talented than LA.
Phoenix Mercury?
Mercury's more talented.
Then Dallas?
Yeah.
Right now, how they're constructed, Phoenix Mercury.
Yeah. I think that they're having trouble putting it together, but the individual performances and the pieces, like, yeah, I think, yes. Yeah.
Are you taking Skylar Diggins or Orike?
Skylar Diggins.
Are you taking Sophie Cunningham or Alicia Gray?
Sophie.
Are you taking Tierra McGowan or Brianna Turner?
Turner.
Are you taking Diana or Marina Mabry? Because in the other ones, like Shea Petty and Satu Sabali.
So, so I would take Shea Petty, and I would...
Over Satu?
The reality is she is actually injured right now. Satu Sabali
is injured. Anyhow, I get it.
I'm taking Diana.
Okay, New York Liberty or Dallas?
Dallas.
New York Liberty or Minnesota Lynx?
Oh. I don't want to say Minnesota, but homegirl gonna make a liar out of me. So I'm gonna go with Minnesota with that one.
Well, I'll just tell you that the last question on this poll asked people, finally tell us which team you have the least confidence in. You know who everyone put on this list? Is Dallas and Phoenix. Oh, actually, there's a dream.
It's because of their in both teams' inconsistency. And you have people in and out of the lineup. Mercury's a mess in a lot of different ways. So I get not being confident, but I think what we just did of pulling and really asking like this player versus this, like who would you pick individual players? Like I think Phoenix comes out on a lot of things, and I think Dallas as a team.
That's crazy because Phoenix doesn't even they've been decimated this year. And to
look
think
at
that they're
them.
still, if they would have had Brittany Griner and Tina Charles.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Somebody wrote, I just have to read this one. They wrote, the Lynx are the team most likely to not make the playoffs. They've got the most ground to cover, and if the aerial power stops going Super Saiyan, they can't win. We will have that poll up for probably through the weekend, through Sunday morning.
Yes, we'll put it in the, we will link it below. So please engage with the poll. We want to hear from y'all.
Feel free to write some funny stuff. You know, I'm going to include some of these quotes from other people in the article. So
yeah.
Other people that aren't me.
Reading your own quote will forever be. Okay, let's get into this top 25 ESPN list. So our good friends over at ESPN got together and decided who are the best current WNBA players. The top 25. You have some quibbles with this here list?
I keep trying to look for
a caveat.
A caveat. I'm looking at like the top 25 players right now, or is it like through their careers? Is it the impact they're having on the floor? So they're saying the top 25 players right now. There are some people on this list that I would not have put as a top 25 player. They do bring a lot of different intangibles. We'll get down to them when we get there. We start off with the list. Unanimous number one selection.
Absolutely.
Breanna Stewart.
She was the number one ranked in their preseason poll, and I completely agree.
What do you think about unanimous? No crumbs for Asia.
It seems a little disrespectful.
I mean, Asia's too. It's pretty obvious that, and I think I do believe they wrote somewhere in here, like it's those two at the top and then everyone trying to catch their tails. And it's going to be a race between Asia and Stewie. It feels like for the MVP very clearly. Would they ever do co-MVPs?
No.
Really? That'd be fun.
No, I don't think it would be fun.
They each get a small trophy.
Even smaller than Kelsey's. No, absolutely not. No ties. No. Again, let's wait as we get closer to the end of the season to see what happens. I think that's really the end of the season will tell us a little bit more.
I agree.
After Asia, we have Jonquel Jones, followed by Nneka Ogwumike, rounding out the top 5. Your homegirl, Candace Parker, Kelsey Plum, Sylvia Fowles, Courtney Vandersloot sitting at 8. Number 9 is Skylar Diggins-Smith herself. And finally, top 10, Sabrina Ionescu. Do you have any quibbles? Do you have any problems? Do you have any you don't belong here?
Okay. It's Ionescu at 10 for me. That I think I would move. And I'm trying to look down. I think there's some players I would have put above her.
Yes, I think Sabrina's a bit high. She is doing well, but top 10? No. I would put her at I would feel more comfortable if she was 17, 18.
That's exactly. I was thinking 15 to 20. And it is, some of this is interesting to me too. Vandersloot's, I just love to know like what the this is hard. Anytime you do rankings, it's hard. I don't want to sit down and say that my 25 would be the shining one, but I'm looking at Vandersloot at 8, and I'm thinking if I'm just actually really thinking the top 25 players, her stats are 11.3 points per game, 6.4 assists, 4 rebounds. Those are really good numbers, but I'm like, is that number 8? I'm realistically thinking, is there 8 players? Maybe I'm just thinking the superstar factor, or 8 players. She does. I'm not at all knocking her. But man, Chicago has what? Is that 2 players in the top 8 on that team?
I mean, Vegas
they are
has
the number 1
2, and Vegas has 2 as well. So,
and LA has 1. It's NECA. It will state NECA. Elena Deladon, who is number 11. You have Brianna Jones of the Connecticut Sun at 12. Jackie Young at 13. Seattle Storm's Joel Lloyd at 14. Alyssa Thomas at 15. Emma Meesman at 16. Arike Agumbawale at 17. Ariel Atkins at 18. Alicia Gray 19. I thought it was her preseason ranking was 10.
Yep. That's what they say.
And Chelsea Gray at 20. Anything shock you there?
Jewel Lloyd. I'm surprised that she's 14. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have much to add on that. I'm just surprised that she's number 14. I am.
Higher or lower?
Higher. I think she should be higher. I don't know
I would have her
how much higher, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's tricky because then I look up and I'm like, Sabrina's numbers are 17.4 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, and 6.3 assists. Sabrina Ionescu. Those are ridiculous numbers. So saying Sabrina should be lower now, I'm like, that's a lie. Because she's scoring a whole point more than Jewel. She's averaging, what's that, 3 more assists per game per Jewel? And then it has Jewel Lloyd's 3-point field goal percentage.
Are you saying they did a great job and this list is perfect?
The more I'm thinking about it, God, I didn't realize Sabrina's numbers were that good. That's pretty incredible.
It is, but I'm still surprised. I'm still like, oh, dang. It feels like recency bias, and that's what it feels like.
That's exactly.
Maybe it's not, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah, I almost wish the preseason rank wasn't here because I feel like you kind of tell on yourself in that. And it's just like, well, I knew this player was going to be good. And some of this, it just feels like, well, we know Chelsea Gray's always great, so let's just throw her on that list. Yeah. And not that she's even having her best season. I'm not meaning to pick on Chelsea Gray. She's just who was on my page. But she's having a good one. It's hard when you try to go through the top 25 with a fine-tooth comb, and that's what they did. I'm very excited to see Ariel Atkins on this list.
I know that you are. We all know that you are.
I'm going to get a jersey.
Of these top 25 players, your hard-earned money are going to 2 jerseys. Whose jerseys are you purchasing?
An Ariel Atkins college jersey.
And
you know what? I want to do classics. I want to do like an evergreen jersey. I think I want the Candace WNBA championship, like with the Chicago, that specific year.
Gotcha.
I'd want a Candace jersey, and I'd want on this list, I would want an Ariel Atkins jersey from this list.
Okay.
And you?
I would want an Asia Wilson jersey. I'd want a Sue Bird jersey. That feels like an evergreen. That feels like I can wear this at any game and y'all gonna know what it's about.
Exactly.
So yeah, those would be my 2.
It's nice when you stay at one team forever because you just know.
Yeah.
It's really hard to be a fan of Skylar Diggins-Smith because she just bounces around to so many teams.
The last 5 rounding out the top 25, we have Dearica Hamby at 21, Kalia Copper at 22, Sue Bird at 23, Kelsey Mitchell at 24, and the last spot goes to Ryan Howard of the Atlanta Dream. You got any quibbles with the last 5?
I want some respect put on Kelsey Mitchell's name. I want some respect put on her name. I feel like she should be higher on this list. And she's going to always get this knock for being on the assest team in the league. The assiest team in the league.
Trademark right here.
Trademark. That should be their new... They should sell shirts.
You're like, get rid of the Stranger Things theme. Go with assiest.
Assiest. We assy in Indiana. Keep Indiana assy. I'm getting that shirt. And then love her. She has done a lot for this league. She's had a ridiculously amazing career. Sue Bird should not be on this top 25 list.
Say it with your chest.
I am, and I feel like she would say this. She's very realistic about her game, and this to me is where our league just has its favorites, and you shine the people. This is to me a great example where it's like there is so much room for other people. No one in their right mind, T-shade, all of it, is going to say Sue's a top 25 player right now. If you're saying best leaders, Sue's top 3. If you're saying coaches on the floor, Sue's in that list too. If you said top 25 players, Sue's coaching them. I don't think she is that. And she's the only player on this list with single digit in scoring. Yeah. She's 5.9 assists per game. That's great. And her 3-point percentage is 40%. Awesome, sick. You're not a top 25 player, boo. Because the players behind her are Kelsey Mitchell, who is hooping. Ryan Howard, who's going to be the rookie of the year. Then the people who fell out. Damn, they put fell out. They didn't put left off the list. They said, you fell out. It's on you, actually. Tina Charles fell out. Liz Cambage, been out. DeWanna Bonner fell hard. Natasha Howard flew, fallen.
Also an all-star. Continue.
Kayla McBride, and then Diana Taurasi. And I don't know who should be on that list instead of Sue. I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but this to me, just when I saw that list, the top 25, I was like, okay, a lot of it's really great. I think this is a good list. Except for Sue. The other thing I want to mention is that the entire Las Vegas Aces starting five is in the top 25 best players in the league. Is that not nuts?
Me saying I'm never gonna vote against. I'm never gonna root against Las Vegas. Like, yeah.
Our starters take up a quarter of the best players in the league. Mama. It's an all-star roster.
It's an all-star roster. I do agree with you. I don't think Sue belongs here. I think Sue would agree that in her final year, she is not one of the best 25 players.
Playing great, just not one of the top 25.
And that's okay. You don't have to be. They didn't need to do that. And I think it's pretty obvious when you do look at the stats of like, oh yeah, you are the only one without double digits. That's kind of odd.
And for reference, Sue is currently tied with Chelsea Gray for fourth in assists. I mean, that's great. You're fourth in the league in assists. Sure. I don't think we're taking at all any of her value away. It's just,
I think Sue has a lot of intangible things, and this list is based off of stats.
Are we voting most intangible, or are we voting top 25 player? Top 25 player. Woo! I was just saying earlier that I would have put Ezzy in a top 25 player category over Sue.
You did say that in pre-production.
Right now, in this current time, I'm not saying for their careers. I'm just saying if you look at how effective these players are, Ezzy is in the running right now for Defensive Player of the Year. She's leading the leagues in blocks. Teams are strategizing against Sue. I'm going to keep reinforcing it because last time I had an ugly edit and I ain't getting dragged through the mud with these folks. Sue is great. She's deserving of everything except for the top 25 players in the league at this current moment.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, welcome to the Balanced Sports section we call Sloot or Shoot. So Sloot would be like Courtney Vandersloot. I'm going to be passing on this look.
A pass.
So a Sloot is a pass. We don't love it.
Passer.
Moving on from that one. And then Shoot's going to be, I'm taking my shot. I'd wear this.
Yes. Okay, so first up, we have Miss Kelsey Plum.
Shoot.
Rocking a New Jersey jersey. So a very sporty fit. Rocking some swishy pants. A little grayed out.
Grayed out. I love the red bag, but you know what's really serving for me? It's the motherfucking hoops and the earrings. Yeah. Inside, when you do that, you are that girl.
The arms is popping. She's like, I do push-ups. I push the bench. I'm gonna give this a Sloot. It's not my favorite look for her. It's really not. I think it works, but it's just not. The reds don't even match. Mama,
it's summer in Vegas.
It's a Sloot for me. Exactly. No.
Wow. I see that we're starting off really, really. I don't know whose jersey that is because it's clearly not someone's that's currently on the roster unless she is really good friends with Edmund Sumner. I am going to shoot this look. I really enjoy it. I like the sporty spice of it all.
Mm-hmm. Not for me.
Okay.
Next, we have Asia Wilson. Also of the we have this lovely blue number with the belly out and the it's not a halter top, but like
tank
in the black tank. And
the New Balance? No,
the Jordans. She's a Jordans girl.
Here's the thing. I want to talk about this before we rank these. The day I decided that this was going to be a fun segment, I was like, I'm going to choose two teams that pop up on my feed first, and I'm going to use the photos that they used. I want that to be clear because Asia Wilson stands out there. I'm not trying to get dragged. I did not seek out an unpoor photo of her. The Aces did.
Oh, I think we know where you're going with this. I'm going to say this is a shoot for me. I really like the quilted look of these pants. I think it's something different. I don't normally see this look with the pants in particular. The top is fine, but I think the pants are really interesting and fun. And it is the summer. So yeah, show a little skin, show the belly out, got the arms out. I like it. Hunter, what do you think?
You know what I want is to play back everything you said about Kelsey's outfit, and then the exact reasons you chose Asia's, and just lay that over each other. It's a beautiful bullet point list right there. I'm going to Sloot this one for a couple reasons. I think Kelsey's, someone was at the end of this hallway like, pose, serve, give. Asia's, they were like, she's busy, I don't want to ask her. Like, they could have moved this. They could have moved the thing. What am I trying to say? The earphone cords. They could have let her get her necklaces right, and it might have sold me on it. The way
You're
it's
not here for
giving,
the glasses, none of it.
no. The way it's giving right now, it's a no. I personally, quilted pants in Vegas summer, absolutely not, mama.
So next up, we have Chelsea Gray in this Adidas look. In this printed, top, bottom matchy set. Rocking some glasses, got the black bag, and we also have the Adidas kicks to boot. I love this outfit.
I'm living.
Love it.
She's smiling. She's feeling.
Yeah.
You wear an outfit and you just feel good. You can tell
She put this on and was like, "Yeah, it's good. It's good." The colors are. I love the color combination. You normally don't see all of these colors together.
Totally.
Like, I like it. It's something different. It looks fly. This is a definite shoot by me.
Shoot the show. This point guard can shoot. Next, I had to throw in a little bit of Tina denim. Tina is serving today in the hallway that we accidentally walked through last week, thinking I was getting to the food room. Tina is wearing denim on denim. You love a Canadian tuxedo.
And
I'm almost positive the shirt she's wearing underneath it is, because I'm zooming in, is the 68 Olympics. So what do you call that? Vintage tee. She's got some fly kicks on, some great socks. I'm loving her hair up with the glasses inside. When you wear glasses inside, I don't fucks with you. I'm nervous. When people do that, I'm like, you have so much confidence that I can't speak.
When I accidentally forget, I literally am like, I am not that girl. And I take off my sunglasses because I am not the person wearing sunglasses indoors.
No, I don't have that level of confidence. This is a shoot for me.
This is a definite shoot for me. She looks so good. I wish that I looked that good in a Canadian suit. I don't. I look awkward.
I wish I had this exact. None of my denim matches. She bought this as a set. It looks super cute.
My top bun doesn't ever look that good. I'm trying to get as full as Tina.
And if you zoom in, it's doing this fun thing at the bottom there. There's like these little button kind of ditties.
Yeah, some
I don't
detail.
know. It looks really cute. Tina.
Some detail around the bottom. Yeah, that's nice.
Big fan, Tina.
Served the children. Oh my!
I was like, we have to talk about this. So Skylar's been doing this thing to me this year that's giving very, it's like futuristic. Everything is kind of layery and flowy, and it's like a couple sizes too big, and I'm obsessed.
It's a shoot for me. Yeah, this is incredible. It's funny. There's so many different oranges, but it works, and the bag seems comical.
Yes,
the cross bag is a bit comical, but it works. She looks so good. Oh my goodness gracious.
Obsessed. The glasses, again with the glasses inside, it's clearly it's trending this season. I love that she is wearing a Puma tennis bag as essentially a purse. It's a tennis. You can't tell me tennis rackets wouldn't fit in that. She just looks incredible. Puma, send the other girls clothes like this too.
Now I will say, it's a shoot. It's a definite shoot from both of us. However, she is wearing, layers upon layers in the desert heat of Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, you know how much they keep the AC down in there. Speaking of Phoenix, Arizona and the heat, the next person we're talking about is Sophie Cunningham. In this.
Your sister is Sophie. You know that, right? Like they
play basketball the same way too. That is so real. It's a Sloot.
It is so Sloot.
And this is where this gets tricky.
Nothing of this is working. Oh my God. Okay, let's start from the bottom and work our way up, because her face also has to be talked about. That sounded wrong. I'm not a big sandals and socks. Now, it works for athletes. I remember that works, but it's like
certain slides.
It's certain slides, and it's also like directly after practice or the game. You put them on to walk out or go to your car, not to the game. It doesn't work for me. The shirt just slightly for no reason exposing the belly, like that's not. I don't.
It's not actually pulled up.
It's pulled up. I don't think it's cut that way. I think she just like has her shirt up, exposing her stomach. It's not like a crop top. Am I seeing that wrong?
I think you're seeing it right, and now I have way more questions.
It's just she like put on a shirt and then like pulled it up and was like, "I'm ready now."
Okay, are you ready for this? She's giving hungover walk home from the sorority party the next morning because it's how like comfy the outfit is. It's the socks with the sandals, and then it's the coffee with essentially like your makeup bag. You know what I mean? It's the coffee. It's all of it. It's just like, hey, girls, that was crazy, right?
We had a time last night.
Sloot. Big Sloot.
Get it out of here.
Now, what do you want to say about Sophie's face and come for her?
I'm not. It's I don't like to spend a lot of time talking about people's beauty, except for Skylar Diggins. I did that one time. Her face. She's a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. The facial expression just looks so mischievous, so like
mischievous,
excuse me. Mischievous. It looks very mischievous.
She's mischievous and mysterious. She's serving. I
backed into your car. It's just, girl,
I backed into your car. Oops, but here's my coffee. And this is the thing we got to talk about is clearly some people, you don't have to show up to work every day like that, but I would have asked my PR department to not post my photo. I'm so serious because those two photos were back to back on the Twitter feed. I had Skylar Diggins-Smith out here looking like she just stepped off the runway, and I had Sophie Cunningham just coming out of Starbucks with her coffee.
It seems like they don't show each other in the group chat, like, hey, what are y'all wearing to the game? Because if Skylar had put that in the group chat, I would have been like, oh, okay, let me step it up.
Yeah, and I think that there could be something that Phoenix is doing to maybe let the girls pose a little bit more. I don't know. Like, Skylar is always, like, mid-walking, and she's looking fly, but if we're going to do fashion, for instance.
It's fashion.
Seattle came in, and Stewie is sitting here. The next person is Stewie. I do like this outfit. Okay. I don't love it, but like the pose, she's selling it. She's smiling. It's the pose. It's the little arm.
Yes. I find the bottom portion very interesting. I really like the shorts. Overall, it's a Sloot for me. It just isn't doing enough. I think, and maybe this isn't really fair. I feel like both of us have said, she's looked better in the past. That's not, moving forward, I won't use that, but today I will. I've seen her look better. It's a Sloot for me.
I like this because I can't tell what it is, and I like interesting clothes. I would definitely, how I love me some shirts like this, like Stewie's wearing. I would wear that.
You would.
I don't think I would wear those shorts, but I like that she tried it.
Yes, they're interesting.
And then look, if you wear shorts and then pair those with boots,
it's very Seattle.
It's very Seattle. I'm going to do a shoot for that one.
So for our last one, we will have Gabby Williams rocking a Playa Society total fit. I love this. I am going to say I don't love it for the same reason. I'm going to give it the same treatment I did to keep the same energy with Sophie's
sandals,
socks and sandals. Good. I don't love the bottom. I also wish that like perhaps they were black to kind of, some black socks to match. So that's kind of a, calf down I don't love, but I also think that the black and the green look really good. It's got all the championships. Like, I love this fit. Love it. It's a shoot for me.
It's for sure a shoot. She just looks fly. When you look confident and feel good in a fit, this looks like I feel comfortable, but also know I'm rocking. I'm in agreement with you. I personally am a staunch believer in socks should not be worn with. I get exactly what you said about the basketballness of it. I only do it in the comforts of my house.
Exactly.
And the comforts of my house. But This is super cool. The green on the black here look really great. And Playa Society, like, subscribe, comment, send us clothes. No, I really like that. I need to order some stuff from the Playa Society. I've been seeing a lot of players, a lot more people at the games wearing them. It's popping off. Exciting. They're popping off.
Yes.
Gabby looks fly as hell. Her hair, her face looks beat. We talked about this. She came back from All-Star break with some melanin. She got some sun.
Melanin was popping after All-Star break. Y'all don't need to know where Gabby went. I think she went to Cabo. She got some color.
I think she went hiking. Her and Steph.
Oh, we stayed right here and just went out Rainier. Sure did.
Just summited Rainier. Quick couple days off.
No bigs.
I feel like we were kind. We're definitely more kind than we were rude today. On the fashion photo review.
Wait till next week.
Wait till next week. Let's see what you busters are wearing.
I like how you're like, we were kind, reverse to me being like, and Sophie's face.
Yeah, right. We're kind. First person, you're like Sloot. Kelsey Plum looking so fabulous. And you're like, I hate this outfit. Asia Wilson is wearing a quilted blanket as pants. And you said, I love it. The textures. It's just summer, so she's wearing a short thing. She's got a little bag that also didn't match. You didn't drag her for the same reason you drag Kelsey. Asia, we're your biggest fans. Anyways, I think that's it.
For Balance Sports, I'm Jewelz.
I'm Hunter.